Mabuhay! This is Harvey Yeshua Maridano, and right now we are going to have a very interesting discussion. Is beauty really in the eye of the beholder, or is there something more to it? I mean, think about it. Why do people from totally different cultures all find sunsets beautiful? Why do some say music is objectively good, while others, well, they say it's just an acquired taste? Is there really a secret formula for beauty, like symmetry, balance, harmony, or are we all just winging it based on vibes or perhaps some TikTok trends? Well, today we're going to dive into a big question that's puzzled philosophers, artists, people like us, and hopeless romantics for centuries. Does beauty have objective standards? Well, in this video, we're going to see what are some of the world's sharpest thinkers, like Plato to Kant to contemporary philosophers, have to say about beauty, tastes, and whether your favorite song is actually beautiful or just your guilty pleasure. Ready to explore? Let's get into it. Now let's kick things off with Plato. According to this philosopher, the objects of sense are beautiful only by participation in beauty. Now, Plato believed that beauty is not found in physical objects themselves. Instead, all beautiful things share an internal perfect form of beauty that exists in a realm beyond our senses. With that being said, Plato's view gives us a firm objective standard for beauty, which is the form. Even if we can't see it directly, beautiful things are beautiful because they reflect this ideal. Now this raises the question, can we ever truly recognize beauty if we can't directly access its form? And that is why we proceed to the next philosopher, which is Aristotle. According to him, the chief forms of beauty are order, symmetry, and definiteness, which the mathematical sciences demonstrate in a special degree. According to his metaphysics, Aristotle sees beauty as something more earthly and observable. For him, things are beautiful when they show balance, proportion, and clarity, like a well-composed painting or a harmonious building. This sounds more scientific than Plato's mystical forms. Aristotle gives us tools to judge beauty, but they still are grounded in objective qualities. But does this apply to all beauty, like abstract art or emotional music? And right now we move on to Immanuel Kant. According to him, the beautiful is that which pleases universally without a concept. That is according to his critic of judgment. Kant says beauty is subjective. It's about how we feel. But weirdly, we expect everyone else to agree with our taste. Now he called this a universal subjective judgment. You don't need a rule to find a flower beautiful, but you kind of expect others to see it too. Kant offers a middle ground. Beauty isn't a fixed property, but we judge it as if it were. This raises attention. Why do we argue over beauty if it's just a personal taste? Maybe beauty has some shared psychological basis, isn't it? Now, we have David Hume, who also says, beauty is no quality in things themselves. It exists merely in the mind which contemplates them. That is according to his of the standard of taste. Hume fully embraces subjectivity. Beauty for him depends entirely on the observer's mind. But he also suggests that over time, experienced critics can develop a kind of standard of taste that helps guide judgments. Now let us have more. Following that is Clive Bell. He says, what quality is shared by all objects that provoke our aesthetic emotions? Only one answer seems possible, and that is significant form. That is from his art in 1914. Bell believed that beauty lies in the formal elements of arts, like lines, colors, and shapes. If these elements trigger an aesthetic emotion, then the work of art is beautiful, regardless of its meaning or subject. This is a return to objective standards, but with modern twists. Bell says beauty is how something is constructed, not what it represents. But does this ignore emotional and cultural context? Can form alone define beauty? And lastly, we have Elaine Scarry. According to On Beauty and Being Just in 1999, she says beauty brings copies of itself into being. Scarry argues that beauty is not just aesthetic, it has moral and social power. It makes us care more deeply, pay more attention, and want to protect and reproduce what we find beautiful. Scarry shifts the question: beauty isn't just about standards, it's about effect. If beauty moves us to be better people, maybe it gives it a kind of ethical objectivity. Is beauty valuable because of what it does to us? Now, with all that being said, let's go back to the question. So, does beauty have objective standards? Plato and Aristotle said yes, through ideals, proportion, and order. Humankind leaned towards subjectivity, but admitted we often expect others to agree. Clive and Bell focused on form, and Scarry showed us beauty's moral pull. Now the truth. The answer seems to be that beauty seems to sit between objectivity and subjectivity. It has patterns we recognize, yet it's shaped by how we feel and what we value. Beauty isn't fixed, but it's not random either. It's a dialogue between the world and our minds. And maybe that's what makes it beautiful. This is Harvey Yeshua Madridano, and thank you for watching.